met.
Not so much the day, but we met online. And we met in a random chat room, so it was completely by chance.
Yeah.
But we hit it off almost immediately.
We were talking for about 2 years before we met in person. We called it dating, but we were like 12 or 13.
We were really great friends though. We talked almost daily.
Yes.
Phone numbers so that way we could text each other.
Just like you would with a normal middle school crush that you meet from school, except we were very long distance, so it was all through text, which is what most middle school is nowadays, I feel like.
Right.
He doesn't have social media, so I couldn't see any pictures of him online. It would just be pictures that he would send me randomly.
Right.
But before we met, I think we sent each other maybe 1 or 2 pictures before we met in person. Yeah. So he could have been an axe murderer. Yeah. Well, I remember the day we met.
Okay.
So awkward. We were 15 years old, Las Vegas, and it was in a hotel room with my dad and your uncle.
Oh, that's in person when we met. Okay.
Yes.
In person, I remember opening the door and your dad was there, and it was just this big guy.
Taking up the whole door frame.
Yeah, a little intimidating.
Yeah.
But then I saw you, and you're tiny and small.
I was very short.
Yes.
I still am, but yeah. And then it was 2 years after that we moved in together. You turned 18.
I visited her every summer for a couple of weeks, and then eventually in January I called it a trial just in case we end up not liking each other on the off chance.
In person.
Yeah, in person. Because it was 3 months, which would have been the longest time of us being together.
At once.
In person. Yeah, and then I went back to Maine to finish my graduation, and then once that was done, I said goodbye, Mom. Went to Iowa, and I've been in Iowa since. When I started thinking about proposing to her, it wasn't really my idea. She was dropping very unsubtle hints to propose, like asking where the ring is. It probably took a year of her dropping those very
At this point we were 6 years in.
You're right, yeah.
So how did you think of how to do the proposal?
Everyone else's proposal was so boring. Every story that I've heard was just a very boring way to propose to someone. So I was like, I gotta blow it out of the water.
You did that.
It's let's jump out of a plane. I don't like heights. She knows I don't like heights, so she's never gonna see it coming. So let's just do it. Yeah, so I booked it, told them my plan, and they agreed with it, and then when we went there, she had no idea.
I didn't even know that I was going to jump out of a plane.
Yep.
What was it? You said it was a Christmas present, but you can't do it in winter?
It was a Christmas gift, but I didn't want to jump out of a plane in Christmas, so we did it in October. So
October 16th?
Yep.
The plane had duct tape.
Yes.
It was duct taped. I could have died. I don't know how, because you're deathly afraid of heights. But when I went on, I almost didn't jump, and then I was like, no, Colby's gonna get so mad at me. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, what if he did propose and I didn't jump? So I forced myself to jump, but that plane was just
it was tiny.
It was scary.
4 people on there. One was the camera person.
Oh, I forgot about the camera person.
It was the pilot, the video, me, and then the person that you're attached to, and they forced me out. I almost backed out of it.
I'm so glad you didn't.
They opened the door, and then I'm sitting there, I'm looking out there, and I'm like, there's no way. And then I almost didn't go, and then he just goes.
I was so
saying anything.
Because you're attached to him. Yeah.
And then so now I'm screaming like a little girl because I'm jumped out of a plane. But it was great. I would definitely jump out of the plane again. But yeah, so when I landed, the plane had to land. Then they took her up. And then
God.
When she landed is when I proposed.
Okay, I was like 2 times the size that I am now too. Oh my gosh, all I kept thinking was, oh my gosh, I hurt everywhere. Like, and as soon as I stand up, he's proposing to me, and I'm like dying from adrenaline from just landing. Yes? Oh, I'm like shaking. He didn't do like what the movies do where you like see "Will you marry me" as I jumped out.
Yeah, I didn't want her to know. I wanted it to be a surprise the whole way down.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to know anything at all. I wanted it to be a complete shock, so
yes.
I didn't want her to see a sign.
But I was in like shock when he asked me, and I was just like, yes. Like I was just like, I was in shock. And what was the line that you said when you proposed?
I don't remember it exactly anymore because it was such a long time ago, but it was something along the lines with, I faced my greatest fear for you, so now will you spend the rest of your life with me?
And like it equates to me being scared to but yeah, it was definitely something.
Yeah. So.
Oh, he was crying. Yeah. Colby was crying, and I was laughing at him crying.
At me while I'm choking up, bawling over here.
You always cry though. Like whenever he would leave to like go back to his home when we were still long distance, he'd always cry at the airport. Yeah. And I'd always laugh because I'm just so awkward and weird.
I'm a big old baby. I'm probably gonna cry at the wedding.
Oh, I hope so. If you don't cry, I'm gonna be like, what the heck is wrong with this man? No. It was great though.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so glad that we were socially awkward when we were kids, being bullied, and we went online to find friends, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Because it was a random chat, and we just randomly found each other, because it was a random chat now, and then you meet with one random person. And
yeah, we had a crazy journey, that's for sure.
This wouldn't be possible at all if it wasn't for my parents and Colby's mom, like fully supporting us, even Colby's uncle fully supporting us when we were younger, because we were long distance. They were okay with us being together for those 4 years that we weren't, you know, and so thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining, even the loved ones that couldn't be here, like Grandma and Grandpa. I love you guys so much. I'm sure you're watching from up there. And yeah, thank you guys for joining. This is our love story.